We are at a critical juncture this year, one that presents both opportunities and challenges for healthcare, and will determine whether we embrace the traditions of the past 150 years or move forward and embrace a more equitable, accessible, and patient-centered health system. 150 years of Obamacare explores the hidden backstory of the Affordable Care Act, shedding light on the creation and implementation of the greatest and most sweeping equalizer in the history of American healthcare. I wrote this untold story to draw back the curtains and offer an insider's look into the crafting of the health reform law and provide an unprecedented review of the health equity movement. I wanted to develop a resource highlighting the little-known leadership efforts over the last 150 years to push for mental health reform, minority health reform, and universal health reform, and how and why these efforts were successful this time around. I also wanted to produce a book that was engaging, informative, eye-opening, and practical for readers, for anyone interested and concerned with issues impacting vulnerable, underserved, under-resourced, or marginalized communities, especially regarding health equity and health reform, past, present, and future. 150 years of Obamacare highlights how and why the health reform law became the most inclusive law ever passed by Congress, not only in terms of its content, but in terms of the process, the stakeholders who were brought to the table, including racial and ethnic minorities, LGBT individuals, women, children, people with disabilities, and veterans. The book also highlights what we have left to do to ensure these reforms are not only implemented, but implemented in a manner that will greatly benefit all of our communities. I wrote 150 years of Obamacare so that the current and future generations of health equity advocates, students, and scholars can learn from our efforts, build upon our successes, understanding what strategies we employed and why, what challenges we faced internally and externally, and how we overcame them. I also wrote this book to help leaders across our nation, whether in healthcare, public health, policy, and in other areas, gain a better understanding of this landmark law, overcome some of the challenges it presents, and leverage the numerous opportunities that are available.